All right, welcome. We just love for you to meet a great couple. Right, Janet?
That's right.
We are here with David and Jane Magee. And Jane, I'll ask you a couple of questions if you don't mind. We got an opportunity to talk for the very first time. You had seen an advertisement for one of our listings, and you called about that advertisement. And at the time, you just had a few questions. You really didn't want to go into detail, but you asked a little bit about that. How'd you feel about what responses you got on the phone, and what made you feel comfortable talking with Janet and I?
Well, what impressed me the most is that I just had a few questions. You answered all the questions perfectly, and I was reluctant to hire a realtor at the time. We weren't ready, and you waited a few weeks. I don't remember exactly how long, but when you called back, you weren't trying to be pushy. You just said, you know, we'd love to help you. We know you don't have a realtor. We can help you sell your house. We can help you buy the next house. Mm-hmm. And I was just impressed by your gentleness and not being pushy.
And that's actually really refreshing. And part of that is because I work with my great wife. I've been in sales all my life, and there are times when I'll describe the situation and say, Janet, what do you think? And she says, well, let's just put that one a few weeks out, or let's do this. So we actually work together, and I'd like to tell people that there's two of us. I'm the mouth of our business, and she's the brain of our business. Right, Janet?
Sometimes, most of the time.
Yeah. She keeps me reeled in. So
keep you grounded.
They used to be.
Grounded. So David, a little bit about you. You both making decisions together in your family. You've been married 21 years.
Yeah.
Was there something special in your mind that made you feel comfortable using Jen and I as an agent to help you find a home?
Nothing against y'all, but mostly it was because my wife was comfortable with y'all. So that's a big factor. Is just someone that makes her comfortable with that decision, and that usually doesn't happen very easily.
Okay. Well, the sales process for you guys was a little different. They're blending families with adult parents. And Jen and I really, we've been a really strong advocate for aging in place. Mm-hmm. Having a home that you can stay in and age in gracefully without having to move just because you can no longer take steps or the house won't work. Talk a little bit about that, Janet.
Well, people are living longer, and parents are needing more help, and a lot of times it becomes a mandatory thing to move parents in, and sometimes the home you're in is not the correct home for that. You can spend a lot of money, fix it up, change it, but it's still going to be kind of throwing money away because it's not going to meet the needs of your elderly parents. So I think we spent quite a lot of time with you guys searching and searching and searching until we found that perfect home that met your family and your elderly parents' needs.
Right.
Y'all were very patient with us, and we appreciate that.
Well, we all deal with the same thing. We have family that's aging as well. And what I appreciated was that there were times when your mom came or your dad came, and we got to learn more by seeing them and how they reacted in the space that we were showing them, right, Jen? Mm-hmm. There were times when we thought we had just nailed it before we even walked in the door, and then we got in there and the house would fall flat, and not because it wasn't a great home, because it couldn't do what it had to do. So I think the term, this home is going to work for you, had a totally different meaning than it has ever had, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think we have customers from all different walks of life, and what we always try to do in real estate is focus on our customers' ultimate goals. And we got to know you guys quite well. I think of you as friends now, and we really wanted to focus on what your goals were. We always go and look at that end picture. What are your needs? They're different than the first-time home buyer with, you know, little babies, and we really tried to focus on that for you. It was a challenge because the market is still, inventory is still very low, and it's very challenging, but we're so glad that together we all found you the perfect home.
Well, speaking of goals, Janet, we're only halfway there.
That's
So
right.
the essential part of this particular relationship was to find a home that would work for them, which we found. Today is closing day, and they've got another home. But we've got to move them out of their old home, and then we'll be selling their primary residence, which right now you've got mom and dad, your dad, David's mom, and your teenage boys. 6 folks in a teeny little house that was never designed to have 6 folks living that close together, and with elderly folks with some physical challenges. So it's going to be exciting for you to make that move, and then we're going to make sure that the home is prepped and ready to sell, that you're coming out of after how many years together in that home?
20.
So, you know what, Janet, I don't know about you, but I do know about you. We don't just sell houses. We get to change people's lives.
Right. And we get to build relationships.
Yeah, exactly. So we just want to take a minute to thank you guys.
Yes.
And to share publicly this relationship that we've built together.
Yeah.
And just say thank you. And just if there's anything you'd like to say to the audience out there, we'd love to make sure that they know what you're thinking, what you're feeling.
Well, we appreciate Dean and Janet very much. We do feel like they're our friends now, and the process has been fun thus far. We have a house to sell, but it'll go smoothly, I know.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for trusting us. We're excited to have you as neighbors.
Yes.
Tune in soon, and we'll see you again. Thank you very much.